get yourself a cigar journal. All right? And you're like, Ken, why do I need a cigar journal? Well, let me tell you why. You don't smoke a whole lot of cigars. You know what you're not going to remember? Anything about it. Right? You might say, oh, yeah. I like the Padron 1964 anniversary, or you like Macanudo Platinum, or whatever it is you think you like, right? But you're going to smoke a lot of cigars, and after a while, they're going to all start, you're not going to remember. You simply won't. And yeah, some will stick with you, but quite a few won't. That's what the journal's for. The cool thing about the journal is this, right? It helps you to understand your palate. Think of your palate as a muscle. When you start out, everything tastes pretty much the same. It tastes like tobacco. But as you smoke, you start to notice notes of leather, cedar, cocoa, pepper, floral things, sweet things, espresso. And sometimes you will, sometimes you won't. A lot of times it depends on, well, all the time it depends on the construction of the cigar, right? Well, this is what the journal is for. The journal is for. It helps you write all that down. So this is the journal. This is my latest journal. I started this one back in March, right? Now, in this journal, you see what I have here. You probably won't be able to see all this, but I'll tell you what I have. I have the name of the cigar, the brand, the type, you know, what the size of the cigar was, length, ring gauge, what the filler was, what the binder was, where it came from, right? The binder came from Nicaragua, and say the filler came from Nicaragua, and the wrapper came from Nicaragua. It's three principal things that compose a cigar, right? But then that makes it puro, right? So you might want to note that in there as well, like that this was a puro. Everything came from Nicaragua, right? But all that you could, there's a space in most journals where you can put all those kinds of things, right? And then you put things in there like sample date, country of origin, blah 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 blah, that kind of thing, right? And then here's the most important part that I well, here's one of the key parts. The label. See this label right here? This is a Monte Cristo Platinum Series. Now, the next time I grab a Platinum Series, I can ask myself, have I smoked this? If I can't remember. Flip back in this journal, first thing I see is this label. And then I've got all these things. I've got in there a flavor meter, right? Was the body mild? Was it strong? Was it medium? What about the overall flavor? Did I find that overwhelming? Did I find it mild, medium? The strength of the cigar, you know, some cigars are real like heavy. Like you and I'll tell you, since you're starting, you look at dark cigar and automatically think, oh man, that's a dark cigar. It's like a Maduro Oscuro, right? That's gonna be a heavy cigar, right? And maybe your first couple are heavy, but not all dark cigars have dark, heavy flavors, right? So, and the last thing is, it's like on this one here, this one I have a flavor wheel. So all those things I talked about, like the whether it was woody, nutty, creamy, tastes like espresso, or leather, or did it have an earthy flavor to it or feel to it? All that you can on the flavor wheel, and then there's some additional notes right here on the side, right? So most of the journals are pretty much constructed the same. The layout may be different, but you get to get all that information in there. Now you have a frame of reference for the cigar. If you smoke the cigar today and you don't smoke another one until August, and today for me is June, right? 2 months later, you just starting out. You're like, oh yeah, what? I don't remember what that was because you've been trying a whole bunch of different ones, right? So put that here. One of the last things I will recommend that you do in your journal, right? After you note all these things, ask yourself, the last thing you should write in this journal is, did you like it? Right? And based on what you've had to date, right? I use a scale of 1 to 5, right? Where does it fit in that scale of 1 to 5? Right now, since you're starting, that scale's gonna get a little it may get a little all over the place, but you'll dial that in as you learn how to use, as you develop your journal, you develop your notes, and you develop your palate. Remember, this is to help you train your palate, to help you exercise that muscle.